Movsar Evloev just defeated Lerone Murphy by decision, 48-46 from two judges, and another one gave it 47-47. There was a point deduction in there. We're going to talk about that later on, but first of all, the first round. First round, Lerone Murphy, I thought he had it in the bag. I thought he won it. The strike stats, they just came up. I think it was something like 17-9 for significant strikes in the first round for Murphy. Either way, Murphy won the first round fairly clearly. He was landing the better shots in that round, and that's all there is to it. Movsar didn't shoot. I was expecting him to in the first round, along with everyone else probably, but no. Movsar, fair play to him. He kept it standing, but first round, Lerone Murphy outlanded Movsar. Second round, even on strikes, 21-21 on the screen. I thought that Movsar edged this. I think you could give it either way. I wouldn't be upset if you gave it to Murphy. I wouldn't be upset if you gave it to Movsar. But I personally thought Movsar edged it out a little bit. I don't know if that's just me trying to counteract my bias towards English fighters. But to me, it just felt like Movsar won that round. He was pressuring Lerone Murphy the entire fight. That's another reason I think he won this round, because he was moving forwards, trying to engage in the fight. And I just thought he got better of the exchanges, especially at the end of the round. And I thought the momentum was with him at the end of that round, which that edged it for me, for Movsar Evloev. Round 3. One thing before I mentioned, this round 2 was the first time Movsar hit Lerone Murphy in the cup with a low kick, straight into the cuckoo, right into the in-betweeners. It was alright. Lerone Murphy carried on, nothing too bad, but that's just wanted to make note of that. Round 3, Movsar definitely won this round because he cut open Lerone Murphy at the end of it. Lerone Murphy did have a cut, and we score fights based on damage. Lerone Murphy was visibly more damaged, so you kind of have to give it to Movsar, even though it was even on strikes. I saw some people on the threads on the side saying Lerone Murphy won round 3. That's no, brother. He had a cut on the end on his face. You've got to give that to Movsar. He landed a great overhand right, and I think that's how he won round 3. Round 4, this is where Movsar lands his second low blow of the night, and he visibly smacked his hands against his legs. He was fuming with himself. He didn't want to do that to Murphy. It was bad. Murphy could feel the effect. Murphy could feel the effect of that in the fight. And Movsar, I think he went on to win this round. He started using his takedowns at this point in the fight, and he got Murphy to the ground, but Murphy was able to get back up onto his feet. However, even on the striking, Evloev was still winning it, because in round 3, Murphy popped his hip. Very unfortunate. I think that's why Movsar won the last 3 rounds, in my opinion. The to do with the hip of Lerone Murphy. I think it was when he went for a spinning elbow. He kind of sank down awkwardly, because I think Movsar either kicked his leg or Lerone lost his balance, but he went for a spinning elbow, did Murphy, and he went down at the same time. And I think that's what popped his hip, and so that's a really big advantage in a fight against a wrestler, and especially the striking capability of Movsar Evloev, because Murphy wasn't able to use his kicks as effectively anymore. So that's why round 4 I gave it to Evloev. He outstruck Murphy in the feet and he got the takedowns. Same thing with round 5, gave that to Evloev. More of the same thing. Better strikes, clear the strikes, takedown, ground control on the ground with ground and pound as well, just to add the cherry on top. So if you add it all together, 48-46 to Movsar Evloev, I think that's fair. 47-47 a draw, I think that's also fair. I don't think there's any real situation where you can give Lerone Murphy the win in that fight, as much as it pains me to say that, because I do like Lerone Murphy. Great story. He got shot in the head when he was 21 in Manchester, but he survived, and now he's in the UFC 13 years later, in his hometown of London, main event. Sad he didn't get the win, but Movsar, he struggled to get into the UK for this fight. He had problems with his visa, so good. It was a really good fight as well. It was a good fight, really technical, really high level stuff. Really, really high level stuff. Murphy showed some good ground abilities to get back to his feet. Movsar should have showed great wrestling, great striking. He has it all. He will be next to challenge Alexander Volkanovski. Whether he wins that fight, that's a later discussion. I don't think so, because Volk's got really long arms and it's hard to get used to in a 5-round fight. I don't think that's enough time to adjust to Volkanovski's long arms, and plus Volkanovski's got exceptional wrestling, exceptional distance control, exceptional fight IQ. Movsar will have the speed advantage simply because of his youth, and obviously speed, it goes with age. It's just a matter of fact. You can't keep it forever. And, it's a unique fight, as Volkanovski said. He's never fought a really strong wrestler like Movsar at featherweight. He's fought Makachev, but that was up at lightweight when Volk went for the 155-pound belt. But with that, I will... What's the phrase? Go back to the original... I digress. There we go. But I digress. Murphy, I don't think he could have won that fight any way you scored it. It's either a draw or Movsar wins, and two of the judges gave Movsar the win in round... two of the judges gave Movsar the win. Great win for Movsar. Sad about the point deduction. Good point deduction, though, because it enforces the rules of mixed martial arts, whether he meant it or not. I mean, it's the same with eye pokes. I mean, you eye poke someone once, you get a warning, okay, fair enough, but the second time, you have to take a point. I think that's the same with every foul. If you're not going to take a point the first time, you've got to take it the second time, even though it's an accident. You've got to enforce these rules. We have them for a reason. Michael Bisping said it best in commentary. There has to be consequences for these fouls. Nonetheless, great fight, very high skilled. Upset Murphy didn't win, but exceptional performance from Movsar. Can't wait to see him versus Volk. That's the review of the fight. Brilliant fight. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.